Hello, I am Gitika. The question is, Mark 1, if statement A alone is sufficient but statement B alone is not. Mark 2, if statement B alone is sufficient but statement A alone is not. Mark 3, if both A and B together are sufficient but neither of them alone is sufficient. Mark 4, if either statement alone is sufficient. Mark 5, if both A and B together are not sufficient. What is the ratio of the area between two concentric circles to the area of the outer circle? Solution. Statement A gives their circumferences are in the ratio √3:√2. Therefore, circumference is defined as 2 pi r, where r is radius. Now, the ratio of circumference is √3:√2. Therefore, ratio of the two circles having radius will become √3k and √2k. Therefore, areas of circles will become 3 pi k square and 2 pi k square. This implies area of ring will become pi k square. This implies the ratio will be to outer circle 1/3, whereas statement B is not sufficient as the radius of the outer circle is not given. Therefore, answer is option 1. Thank you. Hello, I am Gitika. The question is, Mark 1, if statement A alone is sufficient but statement B alone is not. Mark 2, if statement B alone is sufficient but statement A alone is not. Mark 3, if both A and B together are sufficient but neither of them alone is sufficient. Mark 4, if either statement alone is sufficient. Mark 5, if both A and B together are not sufficient. What was the amount that Julie spent on food in February 2000? A. She spends rupees 7,320 on food in February 2001, which is 10% more than what she spent on food in February 2000. The total amount spent on food and clothing in February 2000 was rupees 10,000, whereas the amount spent on food was twice the amount spent on clothing. Solution. From statement A, which says, she spends rupees 7,320 on food in February 2001, which is 10% more than what she spent on food in February 2000. We can write, amount spent on February 2000 will be 10% less than amount spent in February 2001. Therefore, this implies 7,320 by 1 gives the amount spent in February 2000 on food. Now, from statement B, which says, if X is the amount spent on food, then amount spent on clothing is X by 2. Now, we know that X plus X by 2 is equal to 10,000, as given in the statement B, which says, the total amount spent on food and clothing in February 2000 was rupees 10,000, whereas the amount spent on food was twice the amount spent on clothing. From this equation, which says 3x is equal to 20,000, therefore x is equal to 20,000 by 3, which is the amount spent on food. Hence, statement B is also sufficient to answer the question. Therefore, both statements are sufficient itself to answer the question. Answer is option 4. Thank you.